Welcome back to Vacation Storytime, where we visit places all around the United States and see some of my librarian friends and see them do their story times. I'm Miss Jackie from Kent District Library, and last week I told you that today we were going to one of my favorite places. Does anybody have any guesses? Where do you think I love to go? I'll give you a clue. Have you ever heard of the word staycation? That's where you take a vacation, but you stay in your house and go to the fun places around you. So today, we're actually going to stay in Michigan, and we're going to go to the Grand Haven State Park, which is right on the edge of Lake Michigan. So I'm going to go to the beach with my friends, Miss Lee and Miss Lisa, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff there. And then afterwards, Miss Lisa is going to take you on a quick little trip from Grand Rapids down to Indianapolis, Indiana to see the Indy 500 car race. So we're staying really close. If you were going to drive from Grand Rapids to Grand Haven, it would only take you about a half an hour. So it's a really quick trip to get to Lake Michigan. Are you ready? Let's go!
Hi, I'm Miss Jackie from the Kent District Library in West Michigan. We're here today in Grand Haven, sitting on the beach by the lighthouse in the Grand Haven State Park. Go. Michigan is found in the central north part of the United States. There are two pieces to Michigan, the Lower Peninsula and the Upper Peninsula, and they are connected by the Mackinac Bridge. We live in the Lower Peninsula near Grand Rapids. Michigan is called the Great Lakes State because we're surrounded by the Great Lakes. We've got Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior up here, and Lake Ontario over here. If you ask people from Michigan where they're from, a lot of times they'll use their hand because Michigan is shaped like a hand. We live on this part of Michigan over here next to the lake, and this is where we're filming from today. Our capital, Lansing, is in the middle, and Detroit is over here by the thumb. Miss Lisa and I are going to walk down the pier to the Grand Haven Lighthouse. This is along the Grand Haven Channel, which leads inland to the Grand River, which is one of the biggest rivers in Michigan. Join us.
This is the Grand Haven State Park. The beach will be much more crowded when summer hits. You can check out kites and kite surfers. Check it out.
Hi everyone, I am Miss Lee, also with Kent District Library. We're still at Grand Haven, so we're going to build a sandcastle together. But first, I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite parts about living in Michigan is that in the winter it's super cold, and all this water that you can see from really far out, not the entire lake, but a really big chunk of it, will turn into like ice waves. You could walk on it, but not very far because it's scary. But this will all be ice in the winter, so that's really fun. One of my favorite things to do in the summer, though, is to build sandcastles. So here's my sandcastle, and I've got a really fun poem for you. It goes, "Sandcastle on the beach, I built you big and strong. Then a wave came up in upon the sand, and whoops, you were gone." So. This is A Day at the Beach, written and illustrated by Tom Booth with permission from Schuster & Schuster. For my family. One sunny morning on a quiet sandy beach, as seagulls swooped and swayed to the soothing sound of the waves,
Gideon and his sister Audrey raced toward the ocean. Look out, big wave! Every summer, Gideon and Audrey would build a sandcastle together. Gideon made sure each tower stood straight, every wall was level, and all the castle sides were smooth. Audrey made sure the castle sparkled with shells, sea glass, and a starfish on top. But this summer, Gideon had a different plan. He was going to build the most stupendous sandcastle the beach had ever seen. Alone, all by himself. No Audrey. Is that a good idea? Sandcastles are serious business, he told his sister. Go play with Mom and Dad. The new king of the beach has work to do. Audrey marched off. How do you think Audrey was feeling? Gideon started digging, shoveling, burrowing, tunneling, piling, and scooping. He made sure each tower stood straight and every wall was level. And just as he smoothed out the sides of the castle, heads up, kid! Oh, sorry, kid. Next time, don't build so close to our game. Uh-oh, crashed my ball. That was just a practice castle, Gideon replied. He picked up his tools, walked farther down the beach, and started all over again. Gideon made sure each tower stood straight and every wall was level. And just when he smoothed out the sides of the castle, whoop, a kite. His second castle didn't last much longer than his first. His third castle would have been perfect, but it was swept away with the tide. His fourth castle would have won awards, but it shrank beneath the passing shower. His fifth castle was almost legendary, but it flew away with a strong breeze. And his sixth castle? Woo, woo! What do you think's coming? Uh-oh. That's it. Gideon's patience had run out. He grabbed his bucket and shovel, then set out to look for a new spot where nothing and no one could interrupt him. And finally he found one. Perfect, Gideon said. He quickly got to work. Wait until Audrey sees this. I am truly the king. Gideon built and he built and he built, and then he built some more. He made sure each tower was straight and every wall was level. And as he smoothed out the sides of the castle, everyone on the beach started to walk over. Awesome! Whoa! Come see what this kid has built. You are the king of the beach. How did you do that all by yourself? That's a pretty impressive castle, isn't it? Gideon loved the crowd's chants and cheers. But then he spotted Audrey building a sandcastle with her mom and dad. And suddenly, Gideon was feeling very lonely. He jumped up and down and walked across the beach. Audrey's castle didn't have straight towers, level walls, or smooth sides, but it did look fun. Gideon glanced over his shoulder at his castle. Then he looked at Audrey's. Room for one more? He asked. Audrey grabbed the bucket from her big brother. On one condition, she said with a grin. We finished building it together. The end. We are going to show you how to build some sandcastles and do a fun sandcastle poem in just a minute.
Lisa, and I am here with some kids at the beach, and we are going to sing a beach song. Are you ready? Here we go. The sun at the beach is shining bright, shining bright, shining bright. The sun at the beach is shining bright all day long. The waves on the lake come rolling in, rolling in, rolling in. The waves on the lake come rolling The seagulls up above come swooping in, swooping in, swooping in. The seagulls up above come swooping in all day long. The sand underfoot goes crunch, 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 crunch. The sand underfoot goes crunch, crunch, crunch all day long. The kids at the beach splash and play, splash and play, splash and play. The kids at the beach splash and play all day long.
We've got another fun little rhyme for you. This one's called A Big Sea Star. Even though we don't have sea stars or starfish here in Michigan or cuttlefish, it's just a fun beach song. So we're gonna go, a big sea star, a big sea star, little cuttlefish and a big sea star, a big sea star, a big sea star, little cuttlefish and a big sea star, a pufferfish, a pufferfish, a little cuttlefish and a big sea star. Good job, guys!
From all of us in Michigan, thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great day. Bye!
Hi, Miss Lisa here. I am getting ready to go to the Indianapolis 500. Come with me.
Get out at the front of the field and clean on the
Hi, Miss Lisa here. I am in Indianapolis, Indiana. Do you know, Indianapolis, Indiana is the home of the Indianapolis 500, if you can't guess that already by what you've seen. Right now in Indianapolis, there are the 17-year cicadas. Listen closely. Can you hear them buzzing? So cool. I'm sitting here with some beautiful summer flowers behind me, and I want to read you a book called Indy Cars, written by Kate Riggs. Are you ready to learn about some Indy Cars? Excellent. Here we go. Time to race. Indy cars are fast cars. They race on oval tracks. They race on roads. Look at all the fans. Indy cars have 4 big wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4. The wheels are not covered. Indy cars have parts called wings. One wing is in the front. The other is on the back. This is a red Indy car, isn't it? What other colors do you see on there? One person drives an Indy car. The driver sits in the cockpit. They're in there. It's so small. Indy cars race each other. They try to be faster than the other cars. Wow. An Indy car speeds around a track. It stops at the pit for more gas. People working. Go, Indy car, go. Checkered flag over there. This is a picture of an Indy car and all of the parts. A rear wing, a turbo inlet, the cockpit where the driver sits. Look at the engine, tire, tachometer, how fast they're going. And the front wing. And here's some information. It's always good at the end of information books to see where you can find out more. I hope you learned a little bit about Indy Cars. It is pretty fun. And now I would like to show you a cicada. Maybe you live somewhere where the cicadas didn't come out this year. Come on, I'm going to show you one. Daphne, show me what you have there.
I found a cicada.
Wow. So this is a live cicada that has been underground for 17 years. Let's show them where these came up from. Look at these holes in the ground. So these holes all over the yard, cicadas came up and then they shed these skins. Do you see all the cicada skins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the same shape.
They're the same shape. Thanks, Daph. That is what's happening here in Indiana. Hi. Would you like to do a race car song poem with me? All right. You're going to need your fingers. Here we go. Ready? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little race cars, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little race cars, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little race cars, 10 little race cars, vroom, vroom, vroom. Let's do it backwards now. What do you say? Here we go. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little race cars, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little race cars, 4 little, 3 little, 2 little race cars, 1 little race car, vroom, vroom, vroom. Should you do it all together faster? All right, here we go. Ready? We're going to go up to 10 and then down to 1. All right, here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little race cars, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little race cars, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little race cars, 10 little race cars, vroom, 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 10 little, 9 little, 8 little race cars, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little race cars, 4 little, 3 little, 2 little race cars, 1 little race car, vroom, vroom, vroom. Whew. Nice job.
What are you doing?
Welcome back. Have you ever been to that beach in Grand Haven that we went to? Seen the lighthouse with the pier? It's a lot of fun. Maybe you can go with your mom or dad or friends this summer. All righty. Here is Indianapolis, and it's even got a race car on the state of Indiana there because it's such a popular race. So we're going to mark that we did a story time there with Miss Lisa. I hope you had a lot of fun with us today, and I hope to see you again next week as we visit another state across the U.S. See you then. Bye.